Just basically, it's just a short presentation on water. Now, everybody listens to me all the time. I'm always talking about water, but the importance of why I'm always talking about water. Well, first and foremost, we all need it. I don't literally know a living thing that does not need water. And as humans, we definitely need water. Water in the body. Let's give a couple little stats here. The brain is 75% water. Our blood, 85% water. Lungs, 90% water. Skin, 80% water. Our muscles, 75% water. Our bones, 25% water. Our bodies as a whole, 70% water. Water, what are the benefits, other benefits for our liver? It becomes, without water, your liver becomes dehydrated and loses most of its functions. What it does for your stomach, secretes water during digestion, and helps the process with your digestion. So, so why is water important? Some other benefits of drinking water. Healthy skin, cures aches and pains, boosts energy, improves exercise, better for exercise, helps lose weight, water loss, but which is very interesting because we think, I'm holding water so I gain weight, but we actually need water because I didn't know until a couple years ago that the way that you officially lose weight is through your sweat glands. You sweat out weight. I'm like, I'd have loved to know that because, I don't sweat like I used to when I was younger. And intentionally, I'm like, I don't sweat much. I'm doing good. No, that's actually not good that you're not sweating. You need to actually sweat more often. So I'm like, okay, so your body actually needs to, secrete through the sweat glands. That's how fat actually leaves your body. Wow. The water helps facilitate that. Because if you're dehydrated, you're not sweating. Your body can't release. So weight gain, the water gain, your body's holding on to water because it ain't getting enough water. So and what does the doctor always telling our father? We always having the nursing visits and everything. How much are you drinking? How much are you drinking? Make sure drinking plenty of water and so forth. Because we make sure he stays hydrated. Make sure he doesn't get dehydrated. We're always checking and so forth, making sure these things and so forth. On top of making sure he's eliminating the water properly and so forth. So it's a cycle, back to the cycle piece. The other thing, kidney health, better digestion, but I can go on and on and on about the benefits of water. But from, as far as food by the word is concerned, breathing life back into the community, the things that we provide are vitally important. I couldn't think of a better product to provide anybody but water to go with whatever else that we need. The average man should drink up to a gallon of water a day. The average woman, almost a gallon of water a day. That's average. That doesn't mean if you're having health issues or if you're, exercising a lot. If you're exercising a lot, you need to do more. If you're having health issues, you probably need to do a little bit more. But a gallon of water a day, ask yourself, are you drinking a gallon of water a day? Most people like, I gotta be going to the bathroom. Initially, yeah, that's a good thing. A gallon of water a day. Okay. So, what's your water diet? Let's have that conversation. Because the reality of it is this sells itself. God gave us this element. If you like, I keep doing all the rest of this if you want to. But here, take this. But we want to put some flavor in it. Just take it. Just take it as it is. I'll replace it and we'll keep that going. But the benefits of water are far-reaching, and the quality of water. So now we get into the quality of water piece, which is very important, very important. When I drink, at home, I get well water. I know what my water tastes like. I know where it came from. It came from right up under my feet. I know, where did that water come from? It came from, we're near Salamone Reservoir. The sea through the rock got filtered in. Got into aquifer. Right up under my feet. Boom. That's where the water came from. Tastes like this. Yep, that's what it tastes like. I know where it came from. Come down to Indy. I know where the water treatment plant is at. But I taste that water. I notice it. Now we grew up on it. I didn't pay no attention to it. But now I notice it. I notice it extremely. So I have these things to kind of measure them with. And then, I offer 14 different kinds of water, from distilled water to purified water, all the way up to all natural mineral water. What's the difference? They all have a difference. They're not all the same, the distilled water, you don't want to drink too much distilled water, but distilled water is still good for your diet as well, helps to flush. That's the one you'll drink the most of during the day. Your mineral water, you'll drink some of that during the day to get those minerals in you. Now if you want to, you can drink mineral water all day. It's totally up to you. It's usually a little bit more expensive because, it comes from different sources, from really qualified sources, like the Saratoga, it comes out of Vermont, out of New York. The Hilton water, that comes from England. Ice Mountain, in this region, Ice Mountain typically comes from Michigan. It comes from 3 different places up in Michigan. But they come from these different particular places and so forth. Nestle, from Ohio. My cousin actually knows one of the guys who owns the well over in Ohio, where a lot of your Nestle water comes from, as far as this region goes. And so, it's really interesting when it comes to the water conversation. We never think about it. We take it for granted. But I can honestly say, if there's nothing else you put in your body that's most necessary than anything, is water. So now we have to, say, okay, what kind of water am I getting? Well, first of all, we all know we need more water. What kind of water do we need? It's upon your body type. It's upon what your personal needs are. Are you getting enough minerals in your life? More mineral water. If you're getting enough, minerals in your life. But the thing about water and the minerals in the water are, you don't have to, take as many supplements if you're getting enough mineral water in your life. So you balance it out. Me myself, I have a couple of waters, like back to the Hilton, not a sales pitch, but back to the Hilton water. They have a sparkling water and they have a still water. When I eat dinner, I'll typically have a bottle of each. And when I finish, eating dinner, I'll drink. So I usually drink like one go. It's 11 ounces. For me, I'm a big guy. It's gone. But for my refreshing, after dinner water drink, and then I have the sparkling water. That's my soda. So then I drink that. Now I sip on it, and that's my soda. So it's a very dynamic. There he is. How's it going there, Don? You're right at the end of the water presentation, but I talk about water all day. But I drink that and I get my carbonation, I get my soda, from the water. Got 0 calories, got nice and refreshed, and I got 2 different versions of the same water. And I got my minerals and everything. Now for the rest of the day, I'll use my my Ice Mountain distilled water, and that'll be what I flush with for the rest of the day. So I'll drink a gallon of that. That I'll drink a gallon of, I'll just drink a gallon of that a day, and then the other mineral waters as a supplement. But that's just why, a little bit on water today and the importance of why we need water, and what's your water diet like? So this is something to put in your mind. What's your water diet like? This is something, that we all need. I don't care who you are in the world. There's billions of people in this world I've never met. I know for a fact they need water. I know for a fact they need water. We all need water. And I know for a fact that most of us, the vast majority of us, are, for functional purposes, dehydrated. We're not getting nearly enough water. So what's your water diet like? And there's so many ways of increasing that, in this day and age, that is just paramount, to our water diet. So, any questions?
I thought you weren't supposed to drink something. Is that a lifestyle?
You said not to? Or?
Yeah, you're not supposed to drink.
Yeah, you can drink the soda. But see, it's all about who's selling it. Because if I'm selling distilled water, I'm gonna say you need to drink all of it. If I'm not selling distilled water, I'm just distilled and mineral. Well, here's the thing. It's a process of taking minerals out of it. It's basically, it's literally taking minerals out of it. It's pasteurizing, just like your milk. It's pasteurizing it. So if I'm distilling it, I'm boiling it and getting a lot of the minerals off of it, out of the mineral water. So it doesn't have as many minerals in it, if any minerals in it, depending upon how distilled it is. You're purifying it to the point where it's just H2O, which is great though for flushing your body. It's great that's why it's part of a water diet. But you need the mineral water as well for the minerals. Distilled. we've got Ice Mountain distilled, and that's in the gallon jugs. But we also have purified water. Now, purified water and distilled water, there's a difference. Purified water, you run it through, you run it through a different set of minerals, and then extracts the minerals out of it and purifies it. Takes out some of the minerals. So there's still some minerals in it, but takes out some of the minerals. Distilled is fewer minerals in it. But purified, takes out most of the minerals in it. So we have both. We have that. So we have all of them. We have distilled, purified, and mineral waters to create a water diet.
I was just saying that in healthcare, that's what we go to is distilled. So, like if somebody's on oxygen or they got some kind of machinery that hooked up to the water, that's what we use because much in there, you don't have to worry about the deposits and tubing.
Exactly. Because here's the thing, just look at like the old piping after a while. Like back to home, when we don't put a softener in our water, you can see all the minerals. I mean, you see this. I mean, you see it. I mean, I actually got something I should have. I was thinking about it. Because I save different samples from different times of the year and so forth. And sometimes of the year, you can kind of see them like, oh boy, that's got a lot of minerals in it. Well, here's the thing, it's knowing what's in your water, which is vastly important. Knowing what's in your water, vastly. Not to take away from the city water. They do a lot to treat city water. They do a lot to make sure that, the water that you're getting, because you knew where it came from and what it was doing before it got to you, you'd be like, I'll never, ever, so they do they do quite a bit. Oh my God, that's good stuff. I mean, and those things that we never think about. What caught my attention? This is years ago, when the selling bottled water fad took off. Because I mean, we've sold bottled water for years since the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? But it was more like premium, and it was more like you did it. If you were upper crust, whatever. Regular people didn't drink bottled water and sell it. But several years ago, was probably about 30 years ago or so, when they really started selling bottled water, I was like, I can't believe they're really selling water. Wow. They're really selling it. People buying it. Interesting. Well, they're gonna start doing that with air. Well, technically, I guess they kind of are already. But you got to buy your air. That's all. I haven't learned how to commoditize that yet. But I mean, people are doing it. But the reality of it is, though, the water diet. What's your water diet? Because it's going to be different for everybody. I mean, especially the older we get. If I'd have known this when I was 25, what would that have looked like? At this stage of the game, if I'm drinking a lot of water, I better know where my restrooms are. At all times. I mean, it's for me, what I'm saying? Now, when I was 25, restroom, semester room. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I wasn't drinking any water. I mean, I'd probably go through a whole day. Shucks. Oh my goodness. I'd probably go through a whole week without drinking. Shucks. I went a whole long time without drinking any water at all. Unless other than the water that was in soda pop or through my water times in alcohol, the water because they all use water to produce them. It's all part of water. I got my water through soda. I guess whatever. I drink plenty of Pepsi. Yeah, and it's diet. Plenty. I get all the water I need. But there was times when, in retrospect, I went a long time without drinking any water. I mean, and then I look at the health issues that I have on this on this end of life. I'm like, wow, what I could have just done with a decent water diet then. So we tell our children and our grandchildren, and I thank God though. I thank God when I look at my grandchildren, they are so much more aware, and they're drinking more water than I mean. I have to keep the older ones of us from giving them other things, because left up to them, they'll just drink water. They'll just drink water. You know, I mean, and so the reality of it is I can literally go on and on and on about water because it's so important. You know, it's not only is it so important, but we are so unaware of the thing that we all need the most at such a high level that, you know, I mean, it's incumbent upon me. That's why, you guys have been pretty much hearing me for the past, years. So, what have I been talking about? Water. I'm actually just starting to talk about water. I'm gonna be talking about water a whole lot more, and I'm affiliated with some people, on social media that this is literally all they do. There's literally, this is what they say. They don't sell anything else. They sell water. Different kinds of water. There's some water when I level up. There's some water that's really nice that I'll bring to the market. But that's nobody can really afford that water right now. So but there are some awesome waters out here. And when it comes to waters that we do provide, though, back to the Hilton water, nobody else in this market has this water. Now we do have a lot of exclusivity with this particular brand of water here in this market right now. And so that's a grand opportunity, And one thing I do with my distributor, I keep in touch. I love this guy. He's been with me for 4.5 years, and we have access to quite a bit of it, as we need it. So I'm pretty excited about that. So I'll talk more and more, about the Hilton brand of water. If you guys follow me or whatever, you see it. That's one of the reasons why, because it's an awesome water for one, but it's awesome. Plus, in the Indianapolis market, if you're trying to find it, one guy, that's the whole reason why he found me. He Googled it, he went looking for it, and it brought him to me. And I'm like, awesome, SEO's working, it's working, but, I can't express enough the level of importance of a good water diet. And that's my presentation. I hope it makes sense.